Let's create a dynamic block out of this. Dynamic blocks are kind of cool. They let you stretch things and change their shapes and diameters and things like that. And in this case, we're going to make it so we can select 3 different tables. So I'm going to do this in my block library file. And I'll make a copy of this conference table and move it somewhere where I can work on it. And the idea is I'm going to have 3 different sizes of this. I'm going to have one with 4, one with 8 seats. So the first thing I need to do is explode this so that I can start working with it. And I can leave these as a block reference as I wish. And so let me go ahead and make another one of these. So this one happens to be about, if I look at the properties, 36-inch radius. So I could make one that's maybe a 24-inch radius. Okay. And so let me do that. Let me make a copy, or let me just make a circle. And I should be doing this on the furniture layer. There we go. And I can make a copy of this one and just move it in. There we go. And now I can make an array of that. So you're getting lots of practice here with things that you have done before. Polar array of that thing about that center point. And I only want 4 of them. There we go. Now, here's the tricky part. This is really cool. I can, well, I'll just, never mind. I'll leave it like that. So let me do another one that's a little bit bigger. So this one I'll make a 5-foot diameter or 5-foot radius. Not doing a very good job there. So 60 inches. And this one I'll want 8 of them. So that's another array. With now so this is kind of a cool thing. I can now do something called the block editor. And I'm going to create one called conference table for 6. Except I should write it correctly. Conference table or 6 or 8. And I come up in this kind of a cool thing. Oh, and I need to make that a block first. Okay, so first I'm going to make one a block, create block. Conference table 4. I think I can do them all. I'm going to open it in the block editor. There it is. And now I can do one called visibility. This is a dynamic. I just hold it down and I bring it over, and I'm just going to put it somewhere off to the side for right now. And so my visibility state number 1, I'm going to rename it. Here they are. That's going to be conference table 4. Actually, let me just call it 4 seats. And then let me make a new one, 6 seats. And a new one, 8 seats. Now, if I do 4 seats, I can make things invisible. So all of the things that I'm clicking right now will be invisible in 4 seats. And in 6 seats, here's the invisible one. Those ones will be invisible. Oh, I did that wrong. Let's try that again. Sorry, I blew that by hitting that button. There's 4 seats. Try 6 seats again. Make invisible that. Enter. And on 8 seats, I'm going to make invisible all this stuff in the middle. Enter. Now I can test my block editor. If I click on the button, there's 4, there's 6, and there's 8. So I think I've got it okay. So I'll close my block editor, save the changes. There's my block 4, 6, and 8. Let's see how that'll work. Oh, I'm going to put the conference in table here. Here's my conference table 4, 6, and 8. I drag it over and put it into place. Click on it, and now I can select 6, 8. Well, that's obviously too big. 6 seats looks like it would work, or 4 seats looks like it would work. I'll stay with the 6. So that's how you do a dynamic block, one method of dynamic blocks. There's tons and tons that you can do with dynamic blocks. And we can do more on this as we go, okay, through the course. But that's dynamic blocks for the conference room table.